Jeremy, snap out of it.
Huh? Well, we needed it. Oh, we have a towel. Alright, fine, whatever. Hi, guys. New week, new fun stuff for you guys. We have a spin on a benchmark and this lovely buy-in with some accessory work for you guys today. So two-part special. Part one is going to be this EMOM 12 minutes alternating these movements. There's 4 different movements, so that means we're going to go through each of them 3 times. Starting with some kind of upper body pulling hold. So whether it be with your body weight, table, door, towel, any of that, anything holding you here. If you got weights, we'll do 20 seconds on each side with whatever weight you have. So that one will actually end up being 40 seconds. Or if you are blessed with a pull-up bar, we're going to be accumulating 30 seconds on that chin over bar hold. So 30 seconds, 40 if you're doing single arm. We'll go through all the options there, but just something to hold. Good mornings, we'll add weight as needed, but going on a tempo, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, getting that nice hinging motion from the hips. 40-second hollow hold, just really working those abs. And then that's going to be coupled in with these shoot throughs, which we hit last week, shooting between 2 things, working that arch and hollow. And then we got a new sub for you guys on that, the hollow to Superman hold. I've always known them as banana rolls, and you guys will see why in a moment. But cycling through that 3 times, I'm going to be running my mouse. Coach Char will be demoing all this. So let's talk about the body weight stuff just to start. So the table row and the door row we've hit a lot, but we're going to talk about that towel row a little bit. So as you guys can see here, I have thrown a towel over, and I'm going to send Marcia around to show that I put a knot on the other side of it just to hold that thing in place. So you tie it in the corner, you drape it over where you can close, and then when it comes through, it braces against your own door frame. So if you guys want to try that, any towel will work. Spread it out where it'll close, but make sure that it latches. If you want a little extra security, you can lock the door, giving it a test pull just like that. But then it's going to operate just like your normal rings would in the gym. So adjust your grip as needed, but you want to try to make sure your hands are even. Get a good grip on it, plant your heels in, and then she is just going to tuck those elbows back, and she is just going to hold right there, squeezing from the lats. Good tight position, and if she wanted to make that a little easier, all she would have to do is scoot her feet back just a little bit, but really focusing on pulling these elbows back and down as she holds that 30 seconds. That's been way more than 30 seconds. But the good thing about the towel row is you're going to get a lot of grip strength in that as well. So play with, if you like, a little bit or a lot of it in your hands, but just make sure you got a secure grip on it as you're pulling yourself into that position. The table row, don't have a table here in the lovely garage, but coming underneath, holding yourself there at the top, and then the doorway row as well. But if you have a dumbbell or kettlebell, 2 different ways you can go about it. We'll start with the single arm since that's what we have written. You're gonna find that bent over position, it's a nice flat back, weight right underneath the shoulder. She's just gonna pull it up, and she's just going to hold right there. And what I like to see is I like you guys to kind of aim your hand back for below the ribs. So see how that straightened up her forearm? She's holding there for 20 seconds, then she'll switch and get 20 seconds on the other side, tucking that elbow back, keeping that hand kind of right there below the rib cage. If you want to do 30 seconds and you have maybe just one single heavier weight, you can hold it by the sides and just pull it up like that, and then get your 30-second hold that way as well. Anything's fine, can be done with dumbbell, kettlebell. If you have a barbell, you can do it like that as well. For the pull-up bar, again, I haven't figured out how to install one in here, so we'll demo it to PVC. Tree branches, ledges off the edge of a mountain, any of that stuff is fair game here. But if you are hanging, so to speak, from this, you want to tighten your core, pull chin over bar, and she, just like on that towel, is pulling these elbows back. Let me twist you. Squeezing from right here, holding that chin up nice and proper. And if you notice, turn sideways please, she's not holding on with her chin. There's a little bit of space there. That's why you got to get one of these so nobody can tell. But accumulating 30 seconds on that. That one's pretty intense, so if you got to break it up 15, something like that, totally fine. So that's part A, any kind of upper body pulling hold. Part B, if you have a broomstick or anything that you want to hold for position, that's fine, but we're working the good morning, so we'll let her use this PVC pipe. She'll put it on her back. The good morning is the hip hinge, so pushing the hips back, keeping this back nice and flat. Notice how the knees never shot forward. She comes up and squeezes her butt, and this is on a tempo. So 2 seconds down, 1,000, 2, 1,000, up, 1,000, 2, 1,000. About that speed right there. 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, shooting the hips back, feeling those hamstrings work, keeping the knees in place. And if she wanted to revisit holding that weight, she could hold it at her chest or any way that she wants. We did the Zercher ones last Friday. Add weight as needed if you have a heavier bar that you want on your back, or maybe holding onto a plate. All that is fair game as well. So there's your good mornings, working from those, working that hip hinge. Now we're gonna really get into your core, that hollow position. All this pulling and hip hinging and everything, it's all gymnastic accessory work, and it all stems down to this hollow hold. So we're gonna have her set up in that hollow position at its basic level. So her hands are tucked in, knees are here, but she's finding the small of her back on here, and to make it harder, we're gonna have her start extending her feet out. And then if she wants it even harder, we're gonna have her reach up overhead. So she is in this perfectly concave position, not letting me underneath her lower back there. Go ahead and rest, I know that's tough. But it's holding that position. Shoulders were off the ground and feet were hovering out. So if she needed to meet in the middle, she could bring one hand in, cross body like that. And if she wanted a little bit more difficulty, she could just simply let go. And then she can swap hands and feet as needed, even if she just wanted to hover right there. That would work as well. It's all about this position. So go ahead and rest again. That position, 40-second hold, very ambitious, very tough. Going for quality on that. I only want you guys getting as long through your body as you can get, as long as that lower back doesn't shoot open. The second those ribs flare, we need to bring it back in and see if we can really crunch everything back down. So, brings us to our very last one, the shoot throughs. You want to make sure your chairs aren't sliding around or anything, but you want to get roughly 2 foot of space, just enough for your hands to be nice and neutral. And any kind of chair, elevated surface will work as long as they're even and you get enough space for your body to go through. So what you're going to notice, she's going to start toes here, and it's that same hollow body position, and she shoots through, squeezes her butt, and now she's in that arch position. So it's the opposing muscle group. So there and back is 1, and she shoots through, there, and back is 2. So the goal being to get to the arch fast and get back to the hollow fast. If she, wait, don't put that back just yet. If shooting through like that is a little tough, we'll start with the step through, but you want to make sure that you start and end in the same position, just like that. So get comfortable with trying to go between the 2 things, but if you can't find something to set up here, we can move this stuff out of the way, and we'll talk the shoot or the hollow hold, the Superman hold, or banana rolls. So that concave position, that's a banana one way. She rolls over, that's a banana the other way. And if she wants to roll back, she's holding that active position. So there and back is going to count as 1. And you probably want to try to alternate your directions at least every round or something. So if she wanted to roll the other way, this is not her being herself, this is actually an exercise. So there is that, different levels on it. So again, cycling through this every minute on the minute for 12 minutes. So 3 times through, that upper body pulling hold for quality, good tempoed good mornings, 40-second strict hollow hold, and then those shoot throughs where you put all that rest of that stuff to work. So we'll see you in the next video for a little at home at Helen. Tag us on Instagram at CrossFitTO. Use our hashtag BuiltByCFTO. We'll see you guys soon.